What's up, guys? Damon Sewell here, the owner of Phenomenal Fitness and the author of The Shredded Executive. So, as you can see from the title of this video, we're going to show you how to fix your issues, okay? Because on top of me being the shred master, I am the mobility master, and I got all kinds of really cool tricks. So, this is for those of you who may have calf issues, Achilles issues, and even feet issues, all right? They're basically primarily all caused by the same thing, because your calves are too tight. And it actually could be your foot that's actually causing your calf to get tight, but we're not really going to go there. We're just going to assume that you all have tight-ass calves, and we're going to show you how to fix that with one of my little tricks, and then I'm going to show you how to fix your feet, okay? So that way you can feel better, perform better, squat better, run better, everything better, all right? Now, for years, hold on one second. Let me get some. Now, for years, the old way of fixing calves is by using like a foam roller, right? Most of you don't have this cool red roller. I have this cool red roller that actually has a PVC pipe in the inside of it. But for years, people have been basically rolling their calves using a foam roller, right? And they've been doing basically something like this, okay? Now, this is basically it's shit, okay? It's not gonna work for your calves for two main reasons. Number one, I mean, it will work for some of you to an extent, but because the surface area is so round, and there's only so much weight you can actually put on your calves, and your calves are pretty tough. They can take a beating, right? So, because of the surface area and the weight limit that you can put on there, you're really not going to get very deep inside the tissue to really fix your issue. You're only going to get through like the very top layers, but you got to get really, really deep inside those calves to really fix them. So I came up with a little technique a long time ago that I've been doing for years, which allows me to be able to run, jump, sprint, and crazy stuff like any normal person. And in case you don't know, I have in my right ankle, I broke this leg years ago, and I have two bone spurs right in the front of my right ankle, okay? Which basically limits my ankle from being able to come up, which is part of the reason why I have these tiny ass calves. Hey, I'm team tiny calves, baby. Team tiny calves. I'm cool with it, okay? But it's part of the reason I have tiny calves, because I can't really train this calf that much because my ankle gets a little fucked up because of those bone spurs. I need to have surgery and have them actually taken out, but I'm not willing to take that much time off of working out. So what I do instead is I spend a lot of time on my soft tissue, loosening up my soleus and my calf. Okay, now this right here, this portion here is your soleus, this is your calf. Okay, both of them kind of help each other out. But anyway, they kind of do the same thing, but slightly different. But they help each other out. They basically are responsible for this and slowing your toe down from coming up this way. All right, so what I discovered, having health, it's actually because of this fucked up ankle that I actually came up with this idea. So you can actually be grateful that I broke my leg, because it's because of that I learned this, and I'm about to teach you. So because of, like I was saying, with the surface area of a normal roller, it's too thick. You can't really get inside there. So I came up with the idea of using something thinner, right? So this is what I do now. So when it comes to me getting ready, so say I'm gonna go do some conditioning, I'm gonna do some sprints or whatever, or maybe I'm gonna go train calves, or maybe I'm just gonna do squats, right? You gotta have good calf mobility in order to squat, because if you can't bend at the ankle, what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna end up bending over more this way to compensate if you don't have ankle mobility. So for those of you who struggle getting deep in a squat, your calves are part of the problem. Okay, calves are too tight, so this will actually help you squat better. Same thing for those of you who may have the same issue with deadlifts and things like that. If you can't actually bend at the ankle, it's because your calves are locked up. So this is how you fix it. So at most 24-hour fitnesses, LA fitnesses, they have the iron grip dumbbells, right? I talk about these all the time because I use them for like mini body parts. But you could use the handle of the hex one, doesn't really matter. You can even use like a bar on a fixed bar. You could use an actual barbell with a pair of 10s on the sides of it. Doesn't really matter, but you just need a thin surface area, okay? And then all you're gonna do is just sit up against like a wall or a bench, right? And And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your calf, starting right at the base of your Achilles there, and then you're gonna cross your legs and then put a 45-pound plate or a 50-pound dumbbell or more. As your calf starts loosening up, you'll be able to go deeper, right? And then you just work your way up towards the back of the knee, okay? Towards the back of the knee, okay? Just work your way up, turn your foot side to side, back and forth, and you just work that out. And then you just break that up, and you're gonna see it's gonna hurt. For some of you, you're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be squealing because you've never rolled your calves before, especially like this. So you may have to actually start with like a 25-pound plate instead of a 45. I like to do 45 because I'm kind of crazy, and I can endure pain because I'm all about getting shit done quick. So, but that's basically how you roll the calf, okay? And then you work your way up. So you basically, I'm hitting the soleus portion now, right? It doesn't really matter. We all call this the fucking calf, okay? Don't really need to get that technical with you. You don't give a fuck, okay? So we're gonna roll through your leg. We're gonna roll it all the way up to the back of the knee, right? Fix that bad boy up, boom, you're all better. Now for those of you, if you've been living with tight calves for a long time, you probably have plantar fasciitis, okay? Which is basically when your calves are really, really tight, it puts a lot of stress on the bottom of your feet. And all those little tendons and ligaments and muscles on the bottom of your feet, they get all fucked up and they get tight. Some of you may end up with even heel spurs because you've been doing it for so long, especially if you're really heavy. It's very common in heavy people because, you know, you're basically putting 300, 400, 500 pounds on each fucking foot every step you take. You run, you jump, man, that's a lot of weight impact you're putting on those little bitty ass tendons and ligaments and muscles in your feet, okay? So once you're done rolling your calf, which you may need to do for most of you, and I would recommend that all of you do this anyway because it'll help with the alignment of your foot. So that way, because some of you, your feet are just a little misaligned, and that also can cause your calf to get really, really tight and spasmed up too. So what you can do is you can either use, this is a lacrosse ball, you can use a golf ball, you can even use this, the handle of the dumbbell, okay? And then all you do, take your shoe off, and then you just put your foot either on the handle of the dumbbell and grind your foot, okay? Move it back and forth, or you do the same thing on this ball. You can do the same thing on this ball. You can move this one around a little faster, a little bit better, and you break up your feet. This is gonna hurt like hell too, especially those of you who have plantar fasciitis. You gotta fix this shit up, okay? And loosen all this stuff on the bottom of your foot up. It really, all the result of all your issues right there is just because your calves are tight, okay? So fix that, you fix your problem. You fix your Achilles issue. Some of this, your calves can be affecting everything all the way up to your shoulder. I'm not gonna tell you how, but let's just say it's basically domino effect. If your calves are tight, it can affect your knee, it can affect your hip, it can affect your shoulder because of where the muscles attach. So you can have shoulder issue, but it can be coming because your calves are too fucking tight, in other words, all right? So, but this video is primarily because you have Achilles issues, calf issues, plantar fasciitis issues. So that's basically how you fix it. All you gotta do, roll your calves. Okay? And for some of you, you may have to spend a good hour or more, multiple days a week to fix your calves because your calves are so fucked up because you've never done it before, or you don't do it consistently, or you train a lot. You know, if you do a lot of sprints or a lot of running or a lot of biking, you know, if you beat the hell out of your calves, you need to do this shit every day. Okay? So roll the calves with my technique using the dumbbell and the plate, and then roll your foot either on the handle of the dumbbell or a ball. Really easy fix. So there's your solution. Hope you like this video. Share this motherfucker if you appreciate it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.